praktisch hier. Ich mache das wieder die Tage. Das ist Schulter nicht einigermaßen sicher. Das ist fallen lassen.
All right, welcome back. Squad number 2. Today's Thursday. We had crazy party going on in the bowling alley yesterday. The atmosphere was electrifying. We had the Iceman Challenge. Uh, I'm glad to say that all the PBA guys were standing until pretty late at night. They had a lot of fun. Um, But now we're back into the action. We have some new bowlers just arriving to bowl, like Thomas Larsen, PBA bowler, Danish. He started pretty good, I must say. He shot 254 in game 1. Is currently on the lead of the squad. We have up to 11 bowlers over par on this beginning, and we have quite many different countries. We have Denmark, England, Sweden, United States, Finland, Germany, Malta, Czech Republic, England, Norway, Ireland, uh, Italy. So we have quite many bowlers from many different places and countries. It's looking pretty interesting. It's very fun to see how many people is coming from all over the world and all around the world. This event is getting even more and more global, and we are really happy and proud about it. Talking about scorings on game 1, ranking, it's Thomas Larsen on first place with 254. Dan Harding is second with 226. Adam Andersson 220. Andrew Holt 215. Juho Vuoppola from Finland 214. Then we have Albin 14 over. Joachim Karlsson 12 over. Paul Purps 210. Daniel Frisch 207. Then we fired a guy from Malta, Nikolai 205, and a girl with 203, which is Elisa Hiltunen from Finland. And then we have two of the big stars from Sweden, Jesper Svensson and Carl Eklund, both of them with games of 199. And then the guy some people in the chat was looking for, Lukas Jelinek from Czech Republic. He started with 197. And then followed by Jarno Lahti from Finland, 195. Richard Thies is also on the lanes at the moment with 193. And we have some more big names over there. We have Christopher Sloan, we have Chase Nadeau, Matthias Wetterberg also, and Pepi Consteri, the daughter of Sami. She is also super talented, and it's going to be fun to see what she manages to do. We have been seeing during the week that games 1 and 2 are usually going quite well overall. It's mostly when we see some issues, it's from game 3. So game 3 and game 4 usually become a little bit tougher. It's going to be fun to see what goes on this particular squad. We also have the former PBA Rookie of the Year, Santu Tabahainen. He is now bowling in lanes 19 and 20, but he didn't start very, very high. So, but we have to see. This guy is really, really good. So if he finds something on the lanes, he's gonna really squeeze it till the very, very end of it. Now, let's see what we can find on the scores. People doing okay and people struggling a little bit. It's a little bit of everything. On lanes 19 and 20, we have Joachim Karlsson at the moment with a 9 miss, but then triples per triple. Santu also on that pair, open frame to start, but then 4 bagger. We have also Maurice Matern with a triple, spare, and a double. So let's see at Joachim. Joachim is a very, very solid bowler. He quit bowling for 10 years, but now he's back on the business. He was one of the first bowlers in Europe to have or achieve about 600 RPM on the ball. He's really, really powerful, very strong. He's got a big arm. His arm is almost looking like my legs. He's very, very strong, a lot of muscle. Then on lane 13 and 14, we have a nice pair of people bowling together, Jesper Svensson and Andrew Hall. They're going to be bowling together for the whole squad. They are actually moving left. They bowl on 17 and 18 right before. 17 and 18 has been quite a difficult lane all over the week. So we have to see what they can accomplish from now on. Thomas Larsen, for those who are watching, is bowling now on lanes 15 and 16. As we said, is the current leader on this squad with 54 plus. And on this game number 2, he started with a 9 spare double, 9 spare triple. Lane 7 and 8, we find Nico Oksanen, double, 6-2, triple. He's gonna make his shot on lane number 8 at the moment. Not so deep inside as some other people, staying somewhere around 18 on the arrows. And he got the 4th in a row. The Finnish girl, Elisa, with 203. She's bowling on 5 and 6. She's got a double, and so far she's sparing everything. Got a couple of bad breaks with a 6 and a 7, so it's a little bit lower on the counting, but still 1 pin over par on this game. The girls division, it remains with 27 over at the moment, so any girl managing to score over that, it's going to make a big step to almost get the spot into the final secured. Back to 19 and 20, we can see Joachim Carlsen striking pretty much. If he makes one more, he's going to go all the way to 258. Looking pretty good. It looks like he missed a little bit outside on this shot, but it was lane 20, which happens to be probably the most hooking lane of them all. It for sure hooks a little bit more than lane 19. It's a couple of boards usually. 17 to 20.
17 and 20.
17 is also hooking a little bit more. Some strike for Santu as well to end up with 227, recovering from game 1. So he's going to be now sitting at 402. Very good scoring for Joachim Karlsson with 257. That's going to put him with 69 over after 2 games. Now he's going to be praying that nothing really terrible awaits him on the next pair, because he's going to move all the way to the other side of the alley. He's going to move from 19 and 20 to 3 and 4. 3 and 4 at the moment, it doesn't look very easy. We see Alvin, for example, he's on a scoring pace of 170 something, though even Alvin is lefty, so it shouldn't really... That was not a very good break for Lucas Jelinek on lane 1 and 2. Ball in the pocket, and he left the 5-7. Was that the urethane ball, perhaps? I think it was a urethane ball. That ball read on the foul line, so it had as much energy as I do at the moment at the pins, which is nothing. Probably that's why I left the 5-7. Let's see if he can spare it. No, he's going to take only one. Puts him down to 132 on the 8th frame. So he needs to strike out to at least save a 190 game, 192 in this case. Bowlers that we can know also on lane 3 and 4, it's as I said, Pepi Consteri. She's a very, very good bowler, very talented. She can score really, really high. Then we find Richard Tees. He's got an open frame on frame 2, but then he's got a couple of doubles, so he's already on the par, and he still have to throw the 10th frame, so he could go another 10 pins a little bit higher. Time to say hello to the people in the chat. I see we have some people. Mr. Redhead, go Harding. And then we have Stefan. You were waiting for Jelen. You got Jelen on the lanes now. Enjoy. Ahoy Inco. Good afternoon. Good morning. I see people is watching from different places in the world, or you guys have a very different timing in your life. Hello everybody and welcome. feel free to send your comments. Feel free to ask any questions. If you have any doubts, if you want to know more about the format or any particular player, we will try to answer and give you as much information as we can. We have Darren Mead, who says hello from Kansas City, Missouri. Hello, Darren. It's good to have you here. We're going to remind you to, if you haven't done yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel so everything can remain as free as it is at the moment. You only have to click to subscribe. It's going to cost you absolutely nothing, and then you're going to get you're going to be notified of anything happening on our channel, not only during this week in this event, but also in the upcoming events, which is going to be a lot of exciting things. We have the PBA Regional, and we have the Swedish National League, which is also really spectacular and something that you want to get to see. Okay, let's see what else we have. We have Chase Nadeau fighting his way back on lane 17 and 18. He's made a few spares. Now he's got a double. He still have 9th and 10th frame to go, so he could go all the way to 237. He made 190 on game 1, so he would go up to 27 over if he strikes out. Just left a little bit of a weak 10. Is it transition coming a little bit sooner than we have seen in some other squads? Maybe for some people. We start to see quite a few frames with splits and 6 and 7s. It's a little bit tough. Let him know to come through this door, though. Okay. Thank you, buddy. Senior. Okay, back to the girl, Elisa from Finland. She had 203. She made a double on the 10th frame on lane 5 and 6 to get 209 on her score. So now she's going to be on 12 over. I'm going to remind you one more time that the top score at the moment for women, it's 27 over par for both Emma and Nora. Both of them are standing with 27 over. So if Elisa manages to carry on, she will have a nice chance to overcome that score. Our squad leader, Thomas Larsen, on 15 and 16. 9 spare, double, 9 spare, triple, 9 spare, strike, 9 spare. Is going to make a 228 if it strikes now. And go all the way to 82 over, which probably it's going to keep him on the as a top scoring in the at the moment in this squad. But it's going to be interesting to see what goes on in games 3 and 4. Not a very high scoring either for Nora Johansson. Now in lane 17 and 18, it looks like she either found a little bit of a trouble or she was trying to do something a little bit different this time. She got an open frame on frame 1, then she's got the 9 spare, 3 spare, so probably she missed a little bit out and the ball went to the corner. A couple of more splits, and now she just missed a single pin on the 9th frame. So even if she makes a triple on the 10th, she's going to be a little bit lower on 330. It can be a little bit hard for these young bowlers, especially when they are used to be so successful, when all of a sudden you kind of hit that wall where you cannot really find yourself comfortable enough to score as you are used to. You can get a little bit upset. It can become a little bit overwhelming in your brain. You can become a little bit tired, exhausted. So it's not so easy. I really feel sorry for them, but they have so many years of success coming in front of them. I think this one is going to be it's going to be good for their career. They're going to learn about what stuff they are yet not that good and they want to work on. So they have to take the positive side of whatever happens. They don't want to stay on. You don't want to stay on the negative, and that is not only for bowling. That is for every aspect in your life. You never want to focus too much on the negativity. You just rather go into the light and the shining and stay on the happy side of the road. Now, for those of you listening, we will pretty soon have a very, very interesting guest joining on the streaming. A former national Swedish coach in Sweden, super successful, Magnus Jansson, multiple victories in European Championships and World Championships. So many medals, I don't think he's got the time to clean them all. But we will have the chance to talk to him pretty soon. And I know if there is some Spanish people, you're going to be happy to know that Magnus is here. Magnus has spent, I think it was 2 or 3 years being the Spanish coach as well. We kind of crossed paths because he was working at the Spanish Federation when I was actually working in Sweden. So I missed my opportunity to bowl in that national team when he was the coach. I definitely would have enjoyed to bowl for him or have him as a coach, but I was busy doing something else. I was busy doing coaching myself. But you never know. Maybe in the future he gets another opportunity down there and he comes down. We have some people talking. I missed the first round too early here, but Mathis Blanchette played great. Yes, Mathis did very, very good. Very, very good. He was fighting a lot. He never gave up. It was one of those squads where you could see him suffering, but he overcame absolutely every difficulty he had, and it was very nice to witness. Actually, he did a great, great job. Probably he's going to bowl again sooner or later, so you can probably see him playing more sooner than ever, more sooner than later, sorry. Okay, who else is over here? Uh-huh. That message just went away, right? Okay. And we still have our friend from Korea. It's very nice to have you here, texting and being so into the chat. I promise for next year I'm going to try to learn at least a little bit of Korean, so if I can understand some of what you're saying, and it would be nice to reply. So, and now I'm going to have the honor to introduce to all of you one of the persons I respect the most in the world of bowling. Is one of the persons that has tried to do more for not only the Swedish bowling, but I would say the bowling worldwide. Magnus Jansson, välkommen till, bienvenido, welcome.
Muy bien, gracias, muchas gracias. Es realmente un excelente oportunidad de estar contigo aquí porque no nos vemos muy frecuentemente últimamente,
No,
así
por
que
desgracia,
es
últimamente coincidimos poco, no tenemos la suerte de vernos tantas veces. Casi diría esta es la ocasión que nos obliga a coincidir todos los años en el Storm Black y Larsen Masters.
Exacto, sí, es más o menos la única ocasión en que nos vemos hoy en día, pero siempre es muy, yo me quedo muy contento
Sí,
cada vez que te
sí,
veo.
yo también, la verdad es que son muchos años que hemos ido coincidiendo. De alguna manera me has visto crecer desde pequeñito, cuando hemos coincidido las primeras veces. Yo era un adolescente. Has visto cómo he ido perdiendo mi pelo poco a poco.
Eso nos pasa a todos. Sí.
Magnus, let's go back to English.
Yes.
Also because we just for you to know, Magnus can speak very fluid Spanish, and since he spent some time in Spain, it's also nice that we can talk a little bit of Spanish for those of you viewers on the southern countries of America and the Spanish people as well. Magnus.
Yes.
Yesterday was a very exciting evening, I would say. You gave away another medal. It's called the Magnus Jansson medal. I was looking at the wall while you were doing your speech, so I could see the previous year's winners, and it was only a lot of big names over there. Explain to us a little bit where did that started, how did that started, and explain a little bit about the medal
Yes.
in fact.
Yeah, the idea. I quitted my stint as a national coach in Sweden in 2007 was the last year. Yes,
Hmm.
and in the year 2009, Swedish bowling.
Federation.
No, not the federation, but bowling. When bowling came to Sweden, that was in 1909.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
in 2009, we planned for a big party. It was a lot of different things we should
So
we
it
should
was a 100-year celebration
exactly
anniversary.
anniversary exactly, and and of course we should have a great party in one of the better places in Stockholm, also for celebrating this. And then the idea came up because I feel and still feel that I have so much to thank bowling for. I'm so
Mm.
grateful for what bowling has done to me, and I want to simply pay a
Give
little
back.
bit, give
Yeah.
back something. Yes.
Give
So
back.
so that's the reason for the medal. And what could be better than give it away the first medal at the 100 years
As a 100th anniversary
exactly,
celebration.
yes. And that was so to speak the kickoff
The
for
kickoff for beginning to give away this
yes,
prize
yes,
ceremony, which you do once a year, I
once a
believe.
year. So yesterday was number 17. Yes.
So
Yeah.
now it's been 17 different people who's got the Magnus Jansson medal.
Correct.
And as I said, all of them are very important people, I would say, especially in the world of Swedish bowling. Yeah.
Yes, but not only that, because it's not only players. It can be and have been a couple of times prominent coaches or people who has done something extra that
Extraordinary. There's
yes.
something that is remarkable. So
So
it's not
and yeah,
really a bowler's
no,
prize.
no.
It's the bowling atmosphere. So it could be maybe I'm just trying to explain. It could be the owner of a bowling alley because he decides to do a lot of stuff. Like let's say I'm gonna do big events and I'm gonna push to
Yes,
make the game bigger and make it grow.
yes,
So it could be a coach because he has been assisting into not only being successful but helping a lot of people to develop and improve. And
yes, yeah,
it's a very wonderful idea.
yeah. So yes, I think you find it very well in words there. Yes.
Mm.
Yes. So yeah,
And yesterday the winner was Rasmus, right?
Rasmus Edvall, who won sensationally won the
The
yeah,
I believe it was it the
the
Scorpion
Scorpion.
in
Yes,
the
yes,
PBA.
yes.
And if unless I'm wrong, Rasmus became the third Swedish bowler to conquer a PBA title.
Correct.
I
Yes,
believe number one was Mats Carlsen
that's
back in
right.
the day. Was the
Yes,
first one to
yeah.
go out there, compete, and show how good
He
it was.
he won totally 4 titles, and now we have of course
Jesper,
Jesper who is
obviously.
winning constantly on the tour, and I think it's 13 titles he has now,
Mhm.
and so this is pretty unique to what he did, and the way he did it also. He qualified as number 5, and
And then
on
he
the
had
step
to fight.
ladder.
He
Yeah,
had to fight all the way
yeah,
up to the top until the very end,
yes.
and it was not an easy.
It
It
was
was not.
not.
No, and
In the semi-final, he played
EJ
E.G.
Tackett.
Tackett, and that's maybe you cannot find
Any
any
other,
tougher comp.
no, I agree. It's very difficult to find someone. It's a little bit tougher to beat. EJ has been destroying the world of bowling, and it's also remarkable because we are living on an era. Um, you are also not a 20-year-old kid, so you remember exactly what I'm talking. I compared this situation in bowling with athletics when they had the high jump.
Hmm.
Everybody was jumping
Yeah,
forward.
you mean the Fosbury flop?
Yes.
Yeah,
As
that's,
soon
oh
as
yes,
he
yes,
did the opposite, no,
yes,
I'm going to jump backwards
yes.
instead. And he
Mm.
did like half a meter more than anyone else.
Well, not so
Not
much,
half a meter, but you know what I
but
mean.
yes, yes, and it changed
It
the
changed the sport. It
yes,
changed the
yes, it
sport.
did,
And
it
in a
did.
way, it looks like it's happening the same with bowling. When Jason and Oscar started bowling two hands and dominating all around the world,
Oh
you
yes,
see
oh
all
yes.
the children starting to bowl two hands. Uh, and then here comes EJ Tackett. No, I'm going to keep bowling one
Mm,
hand, and
yes.
I'm going to do as many reps as any of the two handers. I'm going to have as many uh, powerful shots and high speed as any of the two handers, and I'm going to be as successful as any of the two
Yes,
handers. So
yes, correct. I mean, that is the charm with bowling. I mean, part of the charm anyway. I mean, it must not be done in only just one way.
absolutely. But it looks like I don't know if we're going to be here that long, but 30 years from now, it looks like everybody's going to bowl two hands. I was in,
Oh, definitely so. I mean, no way that that it could be otherwise. No, so no, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure that.
I remember 2 weeks ago, more or less 2.5 weeks ago, I was doing a camp in Bollnäs, a
Hmm.
little bit up north of Stockholm, and every single kid that I had in that camp, it was two-handed. But not only that, you remember Joni.
Oh yes, yes.
His son is now 9 or 10 years old, and he was bowling 12 hours a day. But every kid on that age, you don't see not a single one throwing one-handed.
No, no, no.
Every single one is bowling two-handed. And now we see that happening also on the girls division. It's more and more girls starting to bowl two hands now. And I'm wondering, is it going to be, do you think it's going to be as successful in the ladies division as in the men division? Because it feels to me like when you bowl without the thumb, when you bowl two hands, you get so much revolutions on the ball that if you don't really have the speed on the legs, the ball is going to start reading a little
Mm,
bit too soon.
yeah,
It may become a little bit complex. So that's my doubt
yeah,
on the
yeah,
women's
yeah.
division.
But that's a very you it's a little bit of spot on here because if you I mean no matter if you are a girl or a boy, but if you cannot set the correct speed on the ball, then you bite yourself in the back.
Yeah, I believe so, and that was one of the things I was thinking. If I had to coach a young girl nowadays, let's say some parent comes to me and Luis, I want you to teach my daughter to bowl, and she asked me, should I bowl one hand or two hands? I would be quite divided in my brain
Hmm.
because obviously I see all the potential of the two hands and all the benefits. Benefit number one, I would say, not only the rep rate, but you don't have any issues with the thumb. When we bowl very long formats, I remember even if you had a perfect grip in the ball, as soon as you bowl 14 games, especially when we bowl these formats like 5-man team that you make one shot
Yeah,
every five
yeah.
minutes, the skin on the thumb ends up being a little bit like painful.
Soaked,
Yeah,
yes,
yes.
and painful, and
But so
yes,
so I see a lot of benefits on bowling two hands.
yeah.
But then when I think, okay, a girl, maybe 8, 9 years of age, and especially in the south of Europe, but that we don't bowl with that amount of oil, so
Hmm.
the ball's
Yeah.
gonna start reading pretty soon for them. If they have two hands, they already lose a lot of movement in the swing, and gravity and inertia that can produce a little bit of extra speed that when you bowl two hands you're not going to have. So that's going to force the girl to use the legs no matter what.
Yeah,
And as I
yeah.
say, if I had a parent now coming to me, okay, my daughter is 10, what do you think she should do? Should she bowl one hand, two hand.
Yeah.
Then I think I,
Let me see, not only you, the father. Let me see her mother rocks also, so I can
I was gonna say
can see.
maybe I would think about what's her body shape. Is
Yeah.
she like one of those skinny girls that move fast because it's a lot of what do you say in English? Muy nerviosa. One of those kids that are hyperactive.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
is it the opposite? Is she a very relaxed
Mm.
girl, maybe a little bit shorter legs and not so fast on her movements? I think those are the things that would maybe make me doubt. On the other hand, if I
Yes.
have a 10-year-old boy, father comes to me, can you teach my boy? Yeah, no fun.
Mm.
Go for two hands
Yeah.
directly,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Now, but I think we can, as a conclusion of this very wise word you are saying here, that it will be a vast majority that will play two-handed, but not necessarily 100%.
Mm, mm.
And it shouldn't be 100% either because of reasons as you are mentioning
Mentioning.
here. Yes.
I see also in the near future uh, the one-handed bowler. It could become the new lefty in a way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it seems you're gonna bowl with a little bit less rep rate and a little bit less of hook potential after all. Maybe you can bowl in some certain spot on the lane that nobody else is gonna use. So even if
Correct.
you are a right-hander, you bowl a little bit like a lefty. You change
Yes.
from pair to pair, but nobody's been using that spot, so you bowl them fresh more or less
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
time.
yeah. But probably you will suffer more than benefiting from the two-handers.
Yes, they would give you no room on the inside of your target, that's for sure. And as soon as they start moving in and they get such a big area, it's very hard to beat them. I mean, when they found a spot and they start shooting 270 after 270 after 270, and you're doing your best, but you shoot 240, 240, 240,
Yeah,
you feel like the king of the world. But then you look up and, God damn it, I lost 100 pins in those last three games. What happened?
yeah. But well, we had to include even that fact to how interesting bowling is, and never stops to develop either.
No, it's a complete continuous evolution. That's the one thing I'm not discovering, but realizing. The more knowledge I get of the game, the more I feel I need to be awake of the changes
Yes.
that are coming, and all this new era of the two-handers. For example, I was talking a little bit earlier. All these young two-handed bowlers that we have been seeing for the last 10 years, from Jason Belmonte, Anthony Simonson, Kyle Trapp, Jasper Benson. It looks like they started bowling two hands, and there really was no school of bowling for two-handers, so it's just pure talent. There was not so many instructions for the correct timing and stuff like we had as a
Hmm.
one-handers. And then when I saw a few months ago, when I saw Ethan Fury on the online bowling against EJ Tackett, in my mind it was like, ooh, finally, finally I see a two-hander that it seems to be coming out from the textbook.
Yes.
It's a little bit like the old school
Yes.
bowling,
Yes. It is. It is.
but
In more
on a
than one way.
two-hander. Exactly.
Yes, but I mean he is really impressing. I mean, never mind that he has a three steps approach, which is a little bit old-fashioned, so to speak. But look at the, him at the foul line.
Oh, it's
In
perfectly balanced,
absolutely,
shot after shot after shot. He pictures
yes,
every shot. It's the new Parker Bond in a way.
yes, and even better because I have never seen a bowler with so perfect balance at the foul
At the
line.
foul line.
No.
And I think it has a lot to do on the perfect timing. I think many of the two-handers, because even if you look at Jason Belmonte, for example, he's bowling two hands, but you can see if you really pay attention, he starts to do the push away a little
Yeah.
bit on step two,
Yeah.
even if he drops the ball on step three. But pushing the ball away on step two, it's a little bit late 80s, beginning of the 90s. It's pretty much old school. Then they started to talk about don't push away on second step. Now I'm talking in one-handed. Don't push away on the second step, push away on the third step, but don't go forward. Just go
Yeah,
down
yeah.
directly. Then the way I coach and our beloved Thomas, I hope he's listening from up there and is having some fun. Um, we were explaining in the Team Tuba Super Camps.
But let me interrupt you one
Yes,
second here,
absolutely.
because I haven't. This is my own idea that I haven't developed it, but it's a feeling I have.
Hmm.
Instead of what you say with the push away and these things.
Yeah, one step or another
Yeah,
step.
yeah, okay. But if you see it from the completely opposite side, if you see it like what I am going to try to do now, 100%, one thing, and that is to when I come to the foul line, I'm gonna be in perfect balance, and no matter how I get to the line, but I will I will try 100% to achieve 100% balance
Hmm.
on at the foul line. I mean, instead of taking it from the from the other side, that I must do this, that, and this to be able to be
On perfect balance
yes,
once I get to
yes,
the foul line.
yes.
But on that one, that's why you interrupt me. But I was getting there. I was gonna say that actually we started coaching people to check their timing at the end of the approach, not at the beginning.
Mm,
So we told people that what you're actually looking for, and that you can translate to any other sport. When we see a guy kicking the ball, a football player kicking the ball, first he puts one foot, and then the other foot arrives to kick. If we think about golf, you transfer the weight, and then the the driver or
yes,
the
yes,
iron
yes. Yeah,
arrives.
yeah,
We think javelina, they put the feet and then they
yeah,
throw the
yeah.
javelina. So we try to explain that bowling has to be the same thing. First you arrive, and then the ball is
Yeah.
gonna come. That is where you want to
Mm,
measure the timing, and to get that timing, you can do it in hundreds of different ways.
definitely.
You can shorten up the approach, you can push away
Yeah.
later, you can run more on the approach. There's so
Yes.
many different
Mm,
things you can
yes.
do.
Yeah.
And that's why I was saying when I saw Ethan Fury, it felt to me like, someone discovered how to have the perfect timing as a two-hander
Yeah.
without having the need to run so much on the approach, because he's not really going as fast with
No.
his legs
No.
as
No.
many of the two-handers as we see. And as you very well said, he's super good at doing those three steps approach, especially when he bowls in front of the ball return. And when I was seeing it online, for me it was like, look at how simple it actually is.
Mm.
Instead of thinking about 4 steps, 5 steps, well, no, just 3 steps. That's when he moves. That's
Yeah.
when he races.
Yeah.
Get the perfect balance, and I guess it has a lot to do both in a absolute astonishing timing. I mean, he's never early, he's never too late. It's exactly where you want to be, and also he's very, very smooth on his release.
Yes.
He's not overdoing. He's
No.
not
No.
over forcing. He's not using so much the muscles. He really does a follow through. Like it puts you back 20 or 30 years back on the way he's bowling, but in today's game
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
with power and revolutions, and he's a very fun kid to watch,
Mm. Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. He is. He is. And he impresses me a lot. Really. And I mean, maybe also with with the only three steps, it's hard to recommend it,
Yeah,
and I'm
absolutely.
not
No, no,
doing that.
of course, of
But
course.
it simplifies things also.
Mm. Actually, I'm gonna explain something. I have a new student back in Barcelona. Well, actually, they are a father and a son, and the father had a lot of issues letting go of the thumb of the bolts, and he decided to bolt two hands. But he's one of those guys who is always so stiff,
Tense.
always in tension. It
Uh,
was very, very hard for him to find the rhythm.
okay.
And we happened to have done one class only with both him and the son, And then it was when I saw Ethan Fury on the online show. A couple of days before, we had the second class. So after I saw Ethan, I grabbed him and I said, "No, no 5 steps, no 4 steps. You're gonna work on 3 steps,
All right.
and
Okay.
that's what you're gonna do." And it worked so well for him. All of a sudden, everything became easier and
Yeah.
became smoother. So it may be, especially for those hands who are for those people who are beginners, they're starting to practice on their game and they are brand new. I think the 3 step approach that Ethan does, it would be very beneficial to try to imitate
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
starting to become a
Yes.
two-handed bowler.
Less details
To think about,
yeah, exactly.
let's think to
Yes. Yeah.
worries.
Yeah.
Okay, Magnus, let's take a quick break to see because we have a lot of striking. Usually, it has been a very, very difficult situation on games 3 and 4, but I see a lot of striking for being on game number 3. I'm gonna quickly
Yes.
remember the people who's standing at this
Definitely.
moment.
So, who's
We had
there?
after
Andrew Hall is doing
Andrew
fine.
Hall is going for a 290, which is gonna
Exactly.
be very good news for him.
Yeah.
Uh,
And he must have had a very poor second game because he had 220
He's
something.
sitting there on 17th spot. He had 215 on game
Yeah,
one, 168 on
exactly.
game
Yeah,
two,
yeah.
but he's gonna really jump up. Jasper Svensson also 254, bowling on the same lane as Andrew Holt. That's gonna make it. Look at that,
Six.
544 between the two of them. And then we are telling that the lanes are demanding. If anyone is watching that pair, is gonna say, "Oh, lanes are not that difficult, right?"
No, but if we look at the rest of the pairings there, we pretty immediately can
We can find Richard Tees with 247 on
yeah,
19 and 20. Then is a couple of 210 games with Paul Purps on 13 and 14 and Jarnolati.
yeah.
Then we see Santu with 203.
And he had
And then it's some
605 after three. Sloan Sloan, Christopher Sloan 211, but only 539.
in which lane is Sloan
Uh,
on? Oh yeah, I just found it.
yeah.
17 and 18. But 17 and 18, it has been quite a low pairing for some reason.
All right.
I have seen many of the squads people have been struggling a lot on lane 17 and 18. And
I think I heard yesterday from my son Magnus Jansson Jr. He is working for Lane Talk, and I think he mentioned that lane 5 and 6
5 and 6
is
were,
the worst,
yeah,
the most difficult.
5
Yeah,
and 6
yeah.
were even lower, and we can see it again. 3 and 4 is also becoming a little bit tough. It feels like I would say 3, 4, 5, 6, and 17, 18, 19, 20 have been at least on a perspective when I'm sitting down
Yes,
here. It looks
yeah.
like where people usually gets more issues, and it's a fun thing because this bowling center that doesn't have any columns.
No,
No hay columnas que te
no,
molestan en medio,
no,
and
no.
then air condition is pretty much similar all over the roof.
Yes,
So I don't really find
but
a
but
reason why.
no, but I mean it has to do with the topography, most
Could be, yes.
probably.
Hmm?
But I mean, we are not criticizing.
No, 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 no.
That's what it is in every bowling
No,
center.
and especially I guess up here it has to be harder than in any other countries because the fluctuation of the weather, you can have up to 30 degrees in summer, but you can go all the way down to 15 minus at some point.
15.
15,
Well,
maybe a little bit more up north.
definitely
Not down,
a lot more.
not down here. Well, when I was in Mora, we had at least 5 weeks we were below 20. Even I got used to the cold back then.
Okay.
It was the first time in my life I came to Helsingborg, and that's a true story. You can ask Backe and so. The first time in my life I drove all the way down from Mura to Helsingborg. I was 8.5 hours in the car. They were all freezing. They were all wearing jackets and like cold winter. And for me, it was like, this is the first time I'm not freezing in Helsingborg. I guess it was 10 degrees or 12 degrees more than I had up there. So.
But I remember you freezing, and that was in 1996, I think. I had invited you and your mother to Stockholm
Oh yes,
for
yes,
watching
I remember.
Barcelona, which
Barcelona football team playing against, I
A
believe it was,
AIK,
yeah,
yes, and
OIK.
I personally I'm very much Real Madrid, but this time when I played AIK, which is the local team where I live in Stockholm, Solna, I hate them. I really hate them. So that's the only time in my life I have cheered
Cheered
for
for
Barcelona.
Barcelona, yeah.
Yeah,
And it didn't work out so well. I
yeah.
think we ended up 1-1.
1-1, yes,
Uh,
yes,
so
and but well, it was this was in February, I think it was,
I don't remember.
and it was like 18 degrees below
Minus, yeah.
zero, yeah,
We
and
froze.
you were freezing.
I was freezing to death, definitely. I actually remember another funny story. Right before we went into the football game,
Yeah,
I remember you asking me, "What are you wearing to go
yeah,
to
yeah,
the football match?" And you said, "No, no, no, you cannot go like that." And you made me borrow. The first time in my life, I had this,
långkalsonger.
yeah, long underwear all the way down to my ankles, and it was it was quite an experience. I
Yes,
must say, it was quite an experience. I had a lot of fun. We have many beautiful memories from the middle and late 90s. I remember when we used to do these meetings between Team Spain and Team Sweden,
yes, yes,
and it was very successful for the Spanish team. It was by far the most successful season that the Spanish team. It was in 96, 97, 98. We grabbed a couple of medals
yes, you did.
consecutive
Yeah,
in
yeah,
European championships, and it's a sad thing that it's not happening anymore. But it also proves how important it is on bowling when you get yourself closer to better bowlers
yes,
and you try to learn from them and you try
yes,
to see how they do, how they interact with the lanes, with the atmosphere. For me, it's funny. You were saying before when I asked you about the medal that for you it's kind of a payback to the game, and that is exactly how I feel every single time I come up to Sweden and do some camps and do some coaching, especially to the young kids. I cannot stop to remember when I was the young one
mm,
getting the
yes,
lessons
yes,
from either Mats, Backe, Bullman, Thomas himself. And now I feel like my heart it's in depth. So
yeah,
I
yeah,
really have to pay back, and it feels good in my soul when I try to help, or when I actually can help one of the Swedish young guys. It feels like okay, that is what I'm supposed to do.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
time
But
to give
that's
back.
definitely a payback. Yes, yeah. Oh, that's nice of you. I really appreciate your work.
Well, as I said, everything I know in the sport, and I believe now it's a lot, nothing is really mine. I mean, I was the annoying kid asking questions to absolutely everybody. You remember Joseph Winner,
Oh yeah,
obviously.
oh yeah.
Uh, I sat down by his side on the buses on every single big event we bowled as Team Spain,
Uh-huh.
like World Championships, European Championships. It didn't really matter what it was. I didn't have. Now I realize it was a little bit unrespectful to his players and other coaches, because I wouldn't even ask. I would just sit on the bus right by his side and ask him and ask him
Yeah,
and ask
yeah.
him.
But that's the way to learn things, and you must be curious also. If not, you're not gonna learn.
No, and that's another curious thing. Let me stop you for a second.
Yeah.
This is the fourth time in two squads that I see Jesper grabbing the ball right before he releases on the foul line. It's not something that happens that often,
No, no.
so it's quite. I'm gonna see if I can find a moment to ask him later on and do a short interview with Jesper. Hopefully he does okay and he's not in a bad mood, so he's not gonna be angry that I ask him that. But I'm feeling curious because it's not something that you see very often.
No, 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 no,
But
no.
it's 4 times in 2 days
Uh-huh.
that I've seen him do that, and I'm wondering, is it something happening around him? Is it something to do with the approach? Is the ball sliding a little bit from his hands and he decides to stop and go for it again?
Yeah, well, it could be that he is indecisive. So it's now that no, I'm gonna try something else because I already tried that one.
Mm.
So he hesitates of that for that reason.
That is a
But
very
that is only a guess. I have no idea.
no
No.
educated guess as I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
talking about. But that is a good tip for the amateurs and young bowlers who are watching and listening. That when you're about to make your shot, if something inside your brain doesn't feel the right way, don't let the ball go.
No.
Grab it back, put it in the ball return, make sure you know exactly what you want to do, and then you go again.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Not many people really are capable
Yeah, you have to
to
have
prepare.
patience to do so.
Okay, now we are on the beginning of game four. Time to see what's going on the scoring pace. We have 12 bowlers already over par. It's not so bad. Usually after three games has lowered down a little bit.
Yeah.
We're going to start from the top. We have Thomas Larsen from Denmark with 85 over. Then we have Joachim Carlsen from Sweden, 680. Joachim quit bowling for 10 years, I believe.
No,
Not
not
that
that
many.
much. But he didn't quit. But he didn't give it 100% effort. So he
Okay, so
played the league and
uh-huh.
so on. But
So they didn't really quit like I did
no,
because
no,
I
no.
really disappeared from any bowling
Yeah,
alley
yeah,
for a long
yeah.
period. Then number three we have Andrew Hall with that 290 game. I would say Andrew would have loved to do that on the fifth or the sixth because we have the turbo on games five and six.
Yeah.
It would have been even a little bit better because that would secure it for sure a spot
It yeah, yeah.
in the final.
For sure,
But
for sure.
73 over after three is quite a more than decent score. If he can keep a similar pace, that would put him on 140 something
Oh
over.
yeah,
That should be enough
that's
for the
good
cut.
enough. Oh yeah.
Let's ask you since I have you here. What do you think your prediction for the cut at the end of the week?
I said after 2 days, uh, before it began, I said 13:37, but that was but just to say
Just
something
to say a number, yeah.
because no one had had bowled. But after 2 days, I said 12:97.
1297. My
Yeah,
God.
but yeah, see now if I can change my mind, I say 13:11.
Okay, yeah, oh, absolutely. You can change your mind. The only stubborn one here is me. I said 1350 on day one, and I'm keep
Well,
pushing. Just because I don't want to go back. My mind obviously is telling me it's gonna be somewhere where we actually made the prediction with Robert Anderson when we were talking together here on the streaming. I said 1350. He said 1330. Big Tobacco was sitting on the other chair. He said 1340. And my prediction was based mostly on the okay, I see the pattern is not easy, I see the pattern is quite complex, but I was expecting as soon as all the good bowlers start bowling together,
mm,
they wouldn't make so much of a mess of the different
I mean,
areas on the lane. But now I also realized the lanes are actually drying up a little quicker or maybe a little bit too fast. Even what that could happen when everybody's bowling on the same spot,
yeah,
that's going to move them even quicker. So they
yes.
may end up having no room or nowhere to go anyway. So that would become
That
instead of
can
moving the
easily
balls
happen.
higher,
Yeah,
they could go actually
yeah,
lower.
yeah. Correct.
So it's not easy to do
No,
predictions at
no,
the
it's
at the
not.
end
No,
at the beginning of the week. It's a lot easier to make some numbers, perhaps when we are already
uh,
on Saturday and we have
yes. And
three.
the easiest prediction is to, but then it's not longer a prediction if you say what it will be when it's over.
That's what usually happens on the bars in Spain on Monday morning when people's having coffee and everybody says, we have a very bad coach in our football
Yeah,
club because he
yeah.
should have done this and that and that and that. Everybody's a good coach on Monday,
Oh yeah.
right? We have some people talking over here. We have, yes, let's see. We have Go Luca Go, Lorenzo, probably from Italy. We have some people from Finland, I believe, because they say Elisa Leia, Pepile, and that looks Finnish to me, or at least it's
Where
not
is that?
Spanish over here.
Yes, Marika Lönnroth. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then we have also Unai from Bilbao. Muy interesante escucharos. Un saludo, Unai, un abrazo fuerte. Glenn Turner, Andrew Hall shoots 290. Yes, and it was quite a nice game to see. Then we have Lorenzo on the other side. Go Giorgio, Italy, go. Graham Adams. I'm here supporting my fellow Scott, Paul Connell. Uh, yeah, it's nice to see so many people watching and following the action online. Let me remind you, if you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, do so. You just have to click the button. It's 100% free. And actually, if you do that, you're going to be supporting the cause. It's going to help the algorithm to put some credits on us so we don't really have to change anything and we can keep showing world-class bowling for free. And I think that is very important for the whole community, all the planet of bowling, that
Yes,
we can see the best bowlers
yes,
live and just sitting down
and for
back home
free
for
also.
free.
Yeah,
Exactly,
yeah.
for free.
Now that's really a treat for every person who loves bowling, and we are quite a few.
Yes, yes, many more than people would believe. Um, Now, going back to the not the girls division, because there is no really a girls division, but the two top girls who are not in the final, they
Yes.
also have a pass into the final.
Yeah.
So as the two under 21 bowlers and two seniors.
Yes.
So at the moment, the top score for girls is a tie between Emma Haltunen and Nora Johansson. Both of them have 12-27, so 27 over. But now we can see from Finland, Elisa Hiltunen, she's already 25 over after three, 203, 209, 213. So that's pretty steady. She's bowling at the moment at lane 17 and 18, which we have said it seems to be a little bit tough, but she's got a strike, nine spare, and a double.
Yeah.
So we may have a potential uh, girl trying to get into the first uh, place for the ladies division
Yeah.
in a way.
Interesting. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to see if I can make her. Yeah, now she's gonna take a shot on lane 18. Let's see what type of shoot she's doing. See how deep or how not deep. Not deep at all. Not deep at all.
Uh,
That was somewhere
Another one.
around 13, 14 board on the
Yeah.
arrows, keeping the breakpoint somewhere inside 10. And actually, it looks like she found a spot on the lane where not that many people is bowling. We have
No, but
seen.
she didn't open up many boards either.
No, no, exactly. Quite parallel, quite old school style. I'm not gonna say Ulf Hamner shot or Ulf Bollevi shot, but a little bit more that way, right?
Yeah.
Not covering that many boards on the lane, and since everybody who's quite powerful, they move a little bit deeper, and they it seems to me that already from the warm up they are starting inside the 15th board,
Yeah.
and by the end of the warm up, many are already on 21, 22, 23. So
And
maybe
even
she
further, even further.
even further. So maybe she found a spot,
Yeah.
as I said before, where she can be a little bit like a lefty. She's gonna find kind of over fresh every time she changes the lane.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
a very interesting approach. I'm very curious to see what goes on with her score,
by the
especially.
way, I think she has played a lot in your country, in Spain.
Really?
I think so. I think it's Elisa Hiltonen's
Uh-huh.
played the league and the number of tournaments
Okay,
also.
then that would explain why she feels comfortable on dry lanes.
Yeah, but I'm not
Uh,
100% that it is Elisa, but I
No,
think
but
it is.
but now that you mention, I'm gonna make sure to ask her later on
Yeah,
if she's bowling a lot in Spain, because that is one of the memories I have also from many years ago. Now I'm gonna go all the way back to 2002. I spent 6 weeks in United States with the Latino boys that later
hmm,
on bowled on the PBA.
yeah,
Andres Gomez, Arturo Quintero, Arturo's brother Mario
yeah,
Quintero.
yeah,
We
and
shared some time with Amleto over there, and we were on the way to Las Vegas for the high roller and the sweepers and all those events that never ending. And but there was a PBA stop, and they had the PBA practicing session.
Mm-hmm.
And after the PBA have done their practice, me and the guys started to practice a little bit. So for them, it was completely burned. I remember we were betting $5 on each game, and I made money for 3 days only on only on these 4 or 5 games, because Arturo, Andres, Mario, they said the lanes are impossible. It's no way we can. It's completely burned. And I promise you, I had at least 2 or 3 boards on each side.
Uh-huh.
I kept shooting 250, and they were, well, how can you do this? This is impossible. I was like,
Because you played a lot straighter.
not only straighter, but for me it was easy to just let the ball slide through the lane,
Yeah.
because that's what I was facing week after week
Yeah.
after week in Spain. It's many of the bowling centers that we had to bowl, especially back then. They would oil once a week,
Mm.
maybe once every 2 weeks. So you have to find a way to cross
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
dry spots. Another thing that we had back then in Spain, it took a very long time to introduce the synthetic lanes. We had pretty much every bowling center where I was until I was perhaps 15, 16. It was only wooden lanes,
Yeah.
and they would not resurface year after year. So I remember the boards were like really spreading apart one from the other,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't matter how many times they put oil with those old
No, of course not.
centuries machines, because the oil would
Yeah.
disappear
Yeah. Yeah.
instantly. So I guess that's also telling you what goes on with this new generation trying to fight this pattern. They have got used a little bit to use a lot of urethane and to grip the ball pretty strong and just give a lot of surface, and that doesn't seem to work that well on this particular event.
Nej, nej.
So
That,
they need to adapt to a new reality in a way.
what did she?
Who,
Did she?
who are you following?
Elisa.
Elisa got a split on lane 17, but now she's struck again on lane 18.
Ah, yeah.
So she's
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
strike, spare, triple, split, and a strike. So she's still above par.
Yeah. What is there? Who is that? Richard Thiessen. It seems to be a little bit tougher in general this game. Not she, not many players over par at this moment
No,
in
but
in this game.
and I'm not surprised, because it's been happening. Actually, I'm surprised that it didn't happen sooner, because
Mhm.
it has been happening all over the squads on game three. Game three has already begun to be like, okay, I'm here. Transition says hello to everybody, and now deal with me in a way you can. This time it was a
I'm
lot of
gonna fight back.
absolutely, but on game three, I remember the previous squad. I looked all the way down to top 25
Yeah.
on the squad, and game three, it was at least 50% of the games was 170 or lower.
Mhm.
Now when I look all the way down to 25, I see one game of 158, one game of 167, but everything else, 03 to 11 to
Ja.
90, 40 to 10 to 10 to 20, 209, 190, 203, 207, 200, 190 to 10 to 10 to 30. So game number three on this squad was a lot higher than
Yeah.
we have seen before.
Yeah.
But game number four, it's maybe she was having lunch. Transition, I mean.
Yeah. Apparently, Mr. Transition.
Mr. Transition. Magnus, tell us a little bit about future plans. Do you have any plans? You're going to just take it easy, keep on golfing from time to time, or is it anything else coming around?
Nah, well, honestly, not a lot of plans, concrete plans. I'm next time, hopefully, at least when I have my birthday, it will be my 75th
Hmm.
birth.
That's a special date.
That's a special date.
Bodas
That's
de
for sure.
plata, no bodas de oro, no? That would be golden. I'm
I
not
know,
good. Never get
no
married, so
say.
I have no idea.
No, 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 no. No me entendí bien. Yo cumplo
No, I
75
understand
años.
you becoming 75,
Yes, yes.
but I was doing the joke because
Ah.
when people get married after they
Yeah,
have been
yeah.
married
Okay,
for
okay.
25 years, I think they call it bodas de
Okay,
plata.
yeah.
Then when it's 50, they say bodas de oro. It must be platinum already on
Yeah.
75. Actually, I have a very bad joke. A very bad joke just came to my mind. It's the wife is telling his husband, we're gonna make 50 years married together. So what's your gift going to be? I'm gonna take you to Mexico. Oh wow, you're gonna take me to Mexico for our 50th anniversary. What you gonna do for the 75th anniversary? I'm gonna come pick you up. And yeah, you can see I'm a guy for a little bit of everything. Streaming, DJ, joking. That was a very funny one. But
That's
it just
that.
came to my mind when you said that
I
75 anniversary.
I will not. I will not forget that one.
Okay, let's see.
Oh,
Oh,
that
yeah, Elise has got.
Jesper a lucky double,
I didn't
but
see
he
that.
really needed it also after 2 open frames, after 5 frames. But now he is a double in the sixth and
No,
seven.
I only saw Elisa had another split. It's the two time in a row, second time in a row that lane 17. The ball is really getting deep in the head pin.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna try to follow, see what happens. She's actually gonna have to shoot the 10th frame there, so it's not good news. But now, if we go back to the ranking, let's see where Thomas Larsen is at the moment. He was leading the score with 685, and Thomas
that's
is
funny
now
him.
bowling on lane. Uh, 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 7 and 8. Yes, 7 and 8 is gonna just
Very,
take a
yep,
shot now
yeah.
on lane 7. He's
But
got two
he's
doubles. He
two
could go
doubles and no open frames. And here comes 3-6-10
3
leading.
6 10, but probably he's gonna take a spare, so it's gonna be a 211 more or less. So
Oh,
he could go all the way up to 96 over, which is a good score after 4. If you
definitely a
can
good score.
keep your pace going on.
Yeah.
Joachim Karlsson was also with 80 over. Is bowling also on lanes 7 and 8. I believe he just had the strike on the 10th. So Joachim can score a 240 game with another strike on
Yeah.
the 11th.
Yeah.
On lane 8, he's going to shoot the 11th right away. So that would put him with 122 over. That's a
Yeah.
very good score.
Yeah.
In
Has already saved the 230 game at least here.
mhm.
So one more and it will be 240. Well, that's a very good score, really.
And then number 3, we had Andrew Hall, who just shot 290. He had the triple until he just got it split on the 7th frame, but he still have 3 frames to end his game on 5 and 6,
Yeah.
sharing the lane with Jasper. They're also bowling with Chase, who's really deep in the lane already, somewhere around 30 on the arrows. That's quite deep.
Joakim leaving the 4 pin.
But it looks like Joachim brought the right balls this time. He bowled
Yeah.
at the beginning of the week. Then, when he was going away, one of the things he said, "I'm going back home. I'm going to pick up some different stuff. I believe I need different balls than the ones I have in here." And so far, it seems to work pretty good for him.
But when we're talking about Joakim, we must also talk a little bit about his mother, Åsa Larsson, who became the
Funny thing you mentioned, because a couple of nights ago I'm staying at Patrick Bowman's house, and I
okay.
was actually asking about Joachim, and he said, "I believe it's Åsa's son." I
It
had
is.
no idea.
Yeah,
Åsa
it is.
was super successful, probably one of the biggest talents you had in the history of
I mean,
Sweden. She was unbelievable back in the day.
she was unbelievably good, and I say when on her heydays, she was definitely the best female bowler in Europe, and I say. I dare to say, and we will never get the proper answer, but one of the best bowlers at the time,
Mm.
female bowlers in the world, maybe even the best.
I agree with you. I have to say I have vague memories of her bowling both in Mallorca and Barcelona, but it was those times that I even didn't bowl. I just went to the trips with my mom or my father,
Yeah.
and but I remember her bowling, and she was unbelievable. And you know, when you're a kid, 5, 6 years old, and you just look at the bowling alley, you get distracted because you want to do different things as well. But I remember her doing so much so much scoring compared to many of the other girls around. I'm gonna see a little bit what goes on the scoring. I'm gonna try to update everyone. We are ending game number 4 at the moment. Uh, Lucas Jelinek on 9 and 10. He found his way to score a little bit higher at the moment. He's going to go all the way to 40 to 47 if he spares and strike. That's going to bring him back above par. It's going to be 16 over. Joachim, the guy we were talking about, son of Åsa Larsen, he shot 231. Is now 111 over par. Uh, Andrew Hall is yet to make the ninth frame. They are a little bit delayed on lane 3 and 4. Especially, yeah, actually, lane 3 and 4 is a little bit delayed compared to the other ones. Uh, so we have to see what they managed to do and how much they managed to score. Uh, Thomas Larsen 211, so now he's 96 over as we predicted. Joachim Carlson is going to be probably the squad leader with 111 over. The only one who could get close by at the moment would be Andrew Hall, who had 73 over and can go all the way up to 236 in this game. But yes, Joachim is going to remain on the lead at the moment. Going back to the girls, Elisa Hiltonen, she managed to survive that game even with a couple of open frames. She shot 193, so she's now sitting with 818. Mhm. One, two.
What do you find here? Anything?
I was just looking at Andrew Hall on 5 and 6 because he was sitting on third place with 73 over. He had the chance to go all the way up to 236 for a 99 plus. He just got a solid 10, so if he spares, he's gonna go on to the 10th frame to try to double and make a 216 game,
Yeah.
which would put him on 89 over. So that means the new leader of the squad is going to be Joachim with 911. Thomas Larsen is going to sit second with 896.
And
And Andrew Hall is going to be number 3, somewhere between 80 and 90 over.
and Jesper is suffering pretty much here with 168 if he spares the 7 pin. So he's dropping down to a 819 or 19
Yes,
over,
yeah,
19 over.
19 over is going a little bit lower than he was. Uh,
Well,
but Jasper is such an accurate bowler. He can hit his target. Not only the amazing power he's got, not only the rep rate and the speed, but he can hit his target so continuously because
better than I say he does it better than anyone else.
mm,
At least as good as anyone else
I agree.
among the best
I agree.
players.
And that must be the only reason why he can even succeed on this kind of a pattern with a urethane ball.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, he will. I'm sure he will. He will make it
He will
one way
find
or
his way.
another.
Yeah, he will
Yes.
find his way. I mean, last year he was pretty much unstoppable when you gave him some friction on the corner.
Oh yes.
Let him bowl the urethane out there. He's not going to give you so many chances to try and beat him. It was fun to see three days ago. I saw Raymond Jansson also. I haven't seen Raymond for maybe 10 years.
All
He,
right.
he came down to see his son Marcus,
Yes.
and I feel I'm a little bit that in between generations because I bowled with older parents like
Yes.
Samuelson, Raymond, all these guys,
Yeah.
and now I see all their kids, and I'm like, I'm not really bowling at the moment because of my back and stuff like that, but I'm still in an age that I could keep bowling for another 10 years. I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not yet even a senior. So it's fun to see all these kids, and because when I see their names, so many memories pop up
Yes.
in my
Yeah.
in my brain
Yeah.
from their parents before they became parents.
Oh
When
yeah.
when when they were younger
When they.
people, they were
Yes. Yes.
26 to 30 years old.
Yeah.
I bowled with them when I was 15 to 20, and they were all 10, 12 years older than I
Yeah.
was. And it's very funny to see how they now not bowl that much, but on the other hand, they come down and root for their children.
Yeah. But one thing that makes me feel very old at times is when I know that a bowler, a good bowler, could be any bowler, but I played with that bowler and he was like 18, 20 years old, and now his children, his boys can be so old so they're bald headed already. Then I really feel that now I am old.
Yeah, but that is the only
That
thing.
that was not to be mean to you.
No, no, no.
Uh,
I know, I know. No, no worries, no worries. I'm very comfortable with my
yeah,
haircut.
yeah,
It's it
it,
it it
it,
feels good in Spain when you have like that. It's
yeah,
you don't want to be on the sun with a lot of hair on, then you sweat too much. But yeah, it's fun to go back in time and remember those days and see how the game has changed so much in the
yes,
last 20 years. I
yeah.
mean, even when we had the first reactive balls, I believe it was actually Raymond Jansson and Patrick Bowman in European Championships '93 in Malmö
No, it was 92.
or '92 that they had the Excalibur and they
90.
shot like 15 pins.
Ah, you're right. 93. It was
93,
93. Yes,
93, and
yes.
they had like 15 pins more average than
Yeah,
anyone else.
yeah,
And nowadays, if you put the Excalibur on the lanes, it would almost look like a spare ball.
yeah, yeah.
And back then, it hooked like 10 boards more than any of the
Uh,
balls
yeah,
anyone else had in their
yeah.
bags. And all that evolution, and that is also causing the oil manufacturers to have to produce thicker oils.
Yes.
Now it's like a circle. Every
Yeah, it's in a vicious circle.
vicious circle. You make a stronger ball, I make a thicker oil. Oh, you
Yeah,
make a thicker oil, then I'm gonna make a stronger ball, and
yeah, yeah.
I don't see the end of it.
No. Uh,
But at some point, they will have to get into a different conclusion. Otherwise, we're gonna have to start bowling on wider lanes. We're gonna have to add
yes,
one arrow on each side.
exactly.
Okay, game 4 has
What's
finished. Now
that?
we're going into game 5. Turbo is valid, so any 290 game like Andrew Hall had on game 3, it would be very beneficial now since we are on game 5. That is a
Yeah.
turbo game already. And we will try to see our updated scoring pretty soon. I see already Thomas Larsen on 3 and 4. He started with a double front to front 2. He was sitting with 96 over, so
Yeah.
it's a very good scoring pace for him to begin like that. Then we have to see what Joachim manages to do.
And Andrew Hall is on the
Lane 1
lane
and
one
2.
and two. Yeah.
And it looks like those are the 3 bowlers who have a better chance to still make a high score enough to make it into the final. Young Swedish talenteds. Let's see where they are. I see Carl Eklund with 736. So he's not gonna be yet happy on this particular squad. He hasn't found a way to succeed yet on this pattern. And Nora, I have lost Nora from my site.
Yeah. But she is.
Yes, 5 and 6, all pretty low score, 656 after 4
Oh,
games.
no, that
Yeah,
was not much
not the best.
being her. No. But if we say you need to have at least 781. That's number 16
Hmm.
to have a decent chance to make it 13.
13 something. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then we are talking about 16 bowlers in this very squad here, and we have 12 players over par. I mean that is low scoring.
It is, it is. It's not growing so much.
No.
Actually, it's only 4 bowlers with quite okay scoring.
Yeah.
If we
Yeah.
drop down to 5th place, is already Jesper with only 19
Yeah.
over par. I mean, if you want to try to get 1320, that means Jesper, he already needs to shoot 500
Yeah.
on the next
Yeah.
two. And of course, they have the talent and the capacity to do it, but the lanes are quite demanding. And when we get to that late stage of the squad where there has been so much traffic, it's not very easy to accomplish that. Maybe you can make one very high game, but it's not going to be very easy to do.
Replicate it in the next game.
No, exactly,
No, for
exactly.
sure not.
Overall
Yeah.
week
Yeah.
after now we are bowling squad, I believe 15.
We can just conclude our conversation about the scoring pace here. I mean, it's had been quite many attempts, and we have only 16 bowlers over, not even over, but Francois Labois is 1300 sharp,
Mm.
and the number 16. So I mean that tells everything about how difficult it is.
And which squad are we bowling now, Jonte? Which squad are we in? 15, 16? 17. So that means we have 16 players with 1300.
Uh,
That's only one per squad if you
Yeah,
make the
yeah,
average.
yeah,
Only one
yeah,
1300 per squad.
yeah.
And we have not yet seen any
No,
1400s.
we will. I'm sure we will, but they will not be many.
Not many. Not many. It's going to be quite interesting though when we get into the final on Sunday, because on the first step, they're gonna bowl 6 games. Okay, step 2 is gonna be 6 games, but then I think they are reoiling after every step, obviously,
Yeah.
obviously. But then when we get to step 3, when they only bowl 3 games total match,
Mm-hmm.
we have seen that the first 3 games usually are higher
Yeah.
than when it goes on. So we can expect that the finals are going to be a lot more funny to watch in a way in terms of scoring.
In terms of
It
scoring, yeah,
should
yeah,
be a little bit less traffic. It
yeah,
should be people who understands a little bit more what has been working for them.
and less bowlers on the lane also. So that means that it's less than 3 games if you compare those 3 games
With the
with the
format
squad.
we are
Yeah,
now, because
yeah,
now it's
yeah,
2 bowlers per lane. When they
exactly.
bowl the match, it's going to be just 1 bowler per lane.
Yeah,
So it would keep them on the high scoring pace, which is game 1 and 2
yeah,
on the
yeah,
regular
yeah.
qualifying squads. Okay, shall we talk a little bit of politics, or you want to skip that part? And let me be a little bit more specific. There has been a lot of controversy the last few weeks about banning urethane, not banning urethane. It looks like a European side of federations or committee, whatever you call them. They decided to go a little bit different than the rest of the planet, and I have my own opinion. I've been pretty open about it. And do you want to say something about it, or you want to skip the?
Uh, I can
Don't
say
don't feel obligated.
no, no.
Just
I
to
don't. I
put
don't
another
do that.
topic on. Just to put
Yeah,
another
yeah.
topic on the table.
But what I can say is that it's if we talk about urethane, we talk about reactive bowling balls or whatever we talk about. I mean, if they can set set a number what the bowling ball must be in hardness, and take a little bit of proper margin
Margin.
also, so it cannot happen that the ball, even if if you put 85 then, or
Whatever
just
the number, yes, whatever the number.
so even when it soaks or gets softer by the time, it cannot come so low.
As some of the balls we see today.
Nah, so
I agree.
I mean, and the problem should be solved, but it's not as easy as that. I understand that. I mean, we have a
Could we say, let me ask you, because you have been a coach for many, many years, you have been in many international big events, European Championships, World Championships, Scandinavian meetings and stuff like that. Uh, I have a memory from when I was very young, the first 2 or 3 times I went to the national team, and I'm talking when I was 14, 15 years old, back in 94, 95. Uh, they were very strict with checking
yeah,
everybody's
yeah,
balls. They
yeah,
would check
yeah,
the weight, they would check the size, they
yeah,
would check every single aspect of it.
yeah.
And as the years went on, it became a little bit more, I'm not going to call it lazy. I'm
Yeah,
just.
but I would call it lazy.
Well, you know what I mean.
But I think that
Now we're
yeah,
going for
yeah. Mm.
random checking and stuff like that. And why not go back to what it was?
But
Check everything on the
yeah,
ball and make sure that it really is the hardness that
yeah.
it's supposed to be.
But let me answer on that one with a quick one. You talk about 93, 94,
Hmm.
those days. How many balls did you bring?
Yeah, I understand. It started to be more than it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
It started to be more, but you're probably right. We probably had four
No,
balls.
I don't think so. I think you had two, or I say 3 balls. That's the
Well,
promille.
when I say four, I'm always adding the spare ball because
All right.
I always
Okay.
use the
Yeah.
spare
Yeah.
ball.
Well,
I
okay.
always use the
Okay.
spare ball,
Four balls with a spare ball.
including the spare,
Yeah. But
including the
not
spare ball.
6 balls or
Or
more balls.
nine, or no,
No,
absolutely.
so that I think that is the reason why.
But then why don't just put a rule there? You are only allowed to bring 5 strike balls,
Yeah. Yeah. That's
and then but measure them all. Make
yeah.
sure that
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
single because I'm not gonna say names, I'm not gonna say countries. I'm just gonna say, and that I know for a fact, because people who did it, they told me openly. It's bowlers who did not have a purple hammer, and they could not face that purple hammer. They were bowling with other brands. They grabbed those urethane balls from other brands, and they submerged them
Hmm.
into
Yeah.
acetone
Yeah.
for 1 hour.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't be illegal ball. You shouldn't be allowed to bowl
No.
with a
No.
ball
No.
that
No.
has
No
been
way.
sitting for 1 hour in acetone.
No. No way.
And as I said again, I'm not going to say names. I'm not going to say countries. It wasn't Spain. Let me tell you that it wasn't Spain. Maybe they haven't thought about it. Otherwise, maybe they would have done it. So it wasn't Spain. It was a team that actually got some success and got some results.
Hmm.
And that is very unfair for people who play by the rules.
Well,
So
that's it has a name. It's cheating.
I know, but then on the other hand, I can understand they do that because we have seen balls from that other factory even without holes,
Yeah.
just coming out of the box, and when you put the durometer there, they are somewhere around
Yeah.
60.
Yeah.
So that's 13 points lower than they are supposed to
Yeah.
be. So one is cheating behind the curtain, and the other one is not cheating because it's a legal ball, but
Mm.
it's also out of the rule. So I can understand. I don't agree. I wouldn't do that, but I can understand how they got into that conclusion. That conclusion
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
the certain moment. Yeah, we didn't want to talk much politics, but we end up doing, and let's go back to business. We have some striking on lane 7 and 8. Sandro Brandt is got the front 7.
Yeah.
That would open a door for him to go onto the turbo. Now on this particular,
Correct. Yes, you're right.
the turbo now on game 5, until this morning it was by Kyle Trupp with 267. This morning we had 268, and it was done by Nathan, the Canadian bowler.
All right. Okay.
So in order to go further than that, you need at least,
rest.
yes,
Yeah.
now you need to do at least 270 something. But when you got the front 7, you are on your way.
Yes, definitely. But he needs 2 more and the spare in the last frame.
And if we try to see where our leaders of the score of the squad were doing,
Thomas Larsen, where are you?
I found Joachim Karlsson on 11 and 12
No.
with strike, spare, strike, spare, strike, spare, strike. So for some reason he's got one of the lanes, the other one he doesn't have. He's just going to shoot now on lane 11. Let's see what he can do. Let me tell you, 11 and 12 must be tricky. Early on the previous squad, Ernesto, he was bowling on 11 and 12. He just shot 260 on the previous game or 250 on the previous game. And when he got to 11 and 12, he managed to strike every single time on one of the lanes, not a single strike on the other one. And it was 11 and 12.
Okay. So Joachim is going for a Dutch 200 game here.
Yeah, it looks that way. And then Thomas Larsen, it was on 3 and 4. He started with the front 4, then 3 spares and a strike again on the 8. Looking good, looking solid to advance into 100 and something over. And Andrew Hall, who's got 77 over, is bowling on lane 1 and 2 with Jasper. It's only got a couple of strikes and a few 9 spares. But
he has no open frames.
no open frames, no. And I was going to say, if you have 9 spare, you're probably somewhere not so dangerous, or you're at least managing to hit your pockets.
Yeah.
It's
Jesper is still fighting. He's pretty off at the moment. So his 819 will not improve to more over par after this game.
No, he's got 3 open frames. Even if he'd strike out, he would be on a 197 game. So it's not going to be very hot. But his partner on the lane is Andrew Hall. 4 9 spares and a couple of strikes. No double yet. Let's see what he can manage to do after that one. And it looks like Sandro got the 8th one also. So now it's front 8 on lane 7 and 8 for Sandro Brandt. He's not that bad. He's a guy from Germany. He's sitting on the 9th place. He has 14 over.
Oh yeah.
So let's say he makes 300 now. He's going to be 114 over. That's already quite a high score.
Yeah.
I see some people making some fun right behind me. I'm used to it. So. Why don't you go find a pattern to do, man?
I will. Another game and a half.
Just having some fun with the buddies back here. We have Martin passing by. The busy man is always working. There's always something to do.
You're right. Yeah. I'm actually gonna go out and prepare some little commercially, you would say it, for a seminar. Matt McNeil is hosting a seminar at 6 o'clock here with some great stuff from Storm and some of his knowledge from being out on tour and talking about ball motion and surfaces and stuff like that. So something that everybody that bowls probably should get into and listen to.
Before we get asked by the people in the chat, because the chat is quite active, I know someone's going to ask, is there any chance to see that seminar live online?
Unfortunately, I don't think so. Okay. Best case scenario, we might video it and put it out there afterwards.
So
Yeah.
Good. But that is another reason for you guys to don't stay home for the next year and just make sure you come up here. So many things happening, not only the main event, but a lot of stuff happening around. Did you hear, Magnus? We had some mental game seminar at the beginning of the week by Strike Mine Academy. Now we're going to have a couple of seminars by Matt McNeil, as Martin was explaining. And the one I'm really looking for, we're going to have a seminar with Christian Jonas. He's going to talk a little bit about oil profiles and stuff like that. You want to explain a little bit, Christian, what you're going to do?
Just gonna talk about patterns and how they're being designed and what's the story behind every pattern that we make.
That's going to be quite.
Pattern,
Hmm.
like what we look for when we come to a center before
Hmm.
the event, and
Try to see your perspective on how you design things and how you do things, and
try to guide
that's
people that will attend to the process or through the process of what we go through when we design
That's
patterns.
gonna be lovely. Let me know when you do that because I have to skip my streaming and make sure I am there. I gotta find someone to talk a little bit online so I can make sure I attend this one. I find it very interesting, and not only from a bowler point of view, but especially as a coach. I want to learn as much as possible to see, even if I think I'm quite good at reading lanes, but it's always room for improving, there's always room to learn more, and especially when you have people who know so much about the stuff, you really want to pay attention and learn from the best. So make sure I'm going to be there. Front row. Front row. Okay, no
What?
300 game.
No,
No,
he
8
left.
spare on the ninth frame.
Yeah, so now he needs a double in the 10th frame to take the spot from Kyle Troop, was it?
No, it was Nathan.
Nathan, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Nathan took it
yeah.
this morning. Kyle had been sitting there for a couple of days with the 267 on the turbo on
So it
game
was,
5,
yes.
but now this morning it was Nathan. Nathan's not gonna be happy if they take him away the turbo so quickly. It was only one squad he stood up there. But he has to strike. He has to
Yeah,
double.
yeah, he
Otherwise,
needs a double.
268 is
Yeah.
not going to be enough. Solid 10. So it's not going to work for him, 267. But if he spares and strikes, he's going to put himself on 80 over.
Yeah.
So with a good
Oh yeah.
6 area, he could make it all the way to 100 and something over and make a secure spot on the final. Um, Andrew Hall was on 1 and 2, made a few nines. He just got a double, and he just got the triple on the ninth frame, and he's going to be very happy about that. That
Yeah.
is going to open up a possibility to shot up to 238.
Which makes 114 over if he does so.
Absolutely, and that is pretty good. And then we had Thomas Larsen. He's going to save his game with 212 on 3 and 4. He's now sitting with 108 over. And Joachim he finally made a double. Yeah, he's really celebrating.
Yes.
We can see putting his.
He solved the left lane finally.
He's got to be happy about that one. Needs one more for a solid 220. And he already had 111 over, so that's good. Could put him all the way up to 130 over, and that's a very good score after 5 games. So that means we're going to have a couple of bowlers with more than 100 over after 5 games. And a potentially third bowler getting very, very close to those numbers. It's a little bit of a higher scoring pace on this squad than on some of the others we have seen previously. Now, where was Elisa?
Yes, we have forgotten her.
13-14, that's true. Oh, she's got a split on the 10th frame after she had double on the 8th and the 9th. Unfortunately, so 189. Now she's got 1007. That's 7 over par. She needs a 221 game at least to get the lead on the girls to try to secure a spot into the final through the girls passes by. Which lane was it? 9 and 10. I took a Vänster. I took a lefty.
And Vänster.
And Vänster. 220 by 8 is a very good score to
Yeah.
20, especially the way he has done it.
Yeah.
9, 9, 9, 8. And finally a triple on that lane 11 that was kind of fighting him. He's going to leave happy with 131 over after 5 games. And just one game to finish this second squat of the day. Some higher scores than before. And some people, at least 3 bowlers with a fairly good chance to secure a spot into the final.
Yeah.
We have some comments down here. Magnus again. We have Joe Bowler. He says in the 70s, bowlers were using soakers.
Yeah.
Action bowlers would do that because there are no rules in action bowling. What are soakers? I'm not
Soakers,
sure.
they mean to soak the ball.
Oh,
so
to make it dry.
No,
Make it softer.
Softer, yes. And the one who so to speak invented it, it was the grandfather of the only family. Now you have to show me that you really know the game here.
Then now you're gonna make me in
The
trouble.
only family.
Can I go to the toilet?
The only family that have 3 generations of PBA titles.
Okay. Obviously, the first thing you think is about Dick Weber and Pete Weber. I don't
but
know
that's
if there was
only 2.
another one. And the old ones I remember it was Don Carter and Earl Anthony. But I don't really know.
No, I mean
You
3
mean,
generation. That is.
It has to be a third one.
Yeah. So the one of them is playing now and does it successfully. And his father won, I think he won 2 or 3 titles, and the grandfather was the inventor of the soaking bowling balls, and he won. He was a pretty average bowler, but on the PBA tour.
But that's what I was
average
say.
on the
We're
PBA.
talking
Yeah.
PBA, and I honestly I have never followed so much of the PBA.
All right.
That's why I don't really know so much the history about it. If I had to make educated guess, families' names, I remember that they are going up. Well, Walter Ray called himself Williams Jr., so maybe there was a previous one.
No.
I know also Petraglia had some junior going on as well. Parker Bond and his son, now is Nathan Bourne, I think is Parker's son.
Yeah. Yes.
But it looks like I only know father son. I really don't know who was the 3 generations.
No,
so
but
solve the mystery for me, or maybe if you want to, we can ask if someone else.
Yeah. Let's
see.
do that. That's interesting.
His initials are DM.
Yeah, good.
DM. Is he right?
Let's see. At the moment, I'm a little
blocked as well.
Blocked it, but
DM.
Don McCune.
Don McCune. Honestly, I have no idea.
Yeah, Don McCune.
I cannot lie.
Was the father, and then it was his the grandfather, and his son. What's his name?
We get him some help here on the. Give us a tip. Give us a hand, you guys over there. Because we are actually,
Eugene McCune is the
grandfather.
The son of Don McCune, and the actual McCune is what's his name now? Help us now, please. The net here. The big, very one of the most powerful bowlers on the PBA tour.
We got Eugene. Eugene is Eugene is the one playing now.
No,
Eugene was
playing on the.
We're doing quite a mess with so many.
On the PBA 50 tour is he playing every now and then?
Kevin McCune.
Yeah, thank you
Kevin
very much.
McCune. Thanks for the help.
Thanks.
We appreciate.
Win 3.
Yeah, T-Win 3 and Oliver Olivier Caron over there. We have a couple of, by the way, Robert is also, Robert, he says, Robert here, Luis, do you think I'll be winning the bet on the cat? It points that way, Robert. It looks like you were a lot closer than I am, but I'm still crossing my fingers. I'm probably gonna go back home tonight and light a couple of candles, see if I see if I get any
or,
better chances.
or tamper with the oil machine.
Yeah, don't give me ideas, and especially now that Chris Jonas is not here. That would be a quite a very good idea. We have a very interesting topic in here as well. It says durometer testing on urethane is really tricky. You can just sand it and clean it, and it will tell a higher hardness, and then you play a game or two, and it will be lower.
All right.
Absolutely true. It can be slightly, but some of these balls, I'm not sure you can really, even after sanding it and cleaning it, I don't think you can pop it up 13 points out of nowhere from 60 to
No,
73 all of a sudden.
No, that sounds a little bit too much. But maybe I didn't know about this, but not so much as 10
points is a
no,
little bit
no,
too much.
I don't think so, really.
So we're back to end that to finish with the politics and to finish that topic.
Yeah.
We should tell them not to be that lazy. Maybe set a new rule: don't bring too many balls. You're only allowed to bring like 5 and a spare ball,
Yeah.
and we are going to get back onto checking on everybody's ball.
Yeah.
So we make sure that nobody is cheating.
But that is only on the championship. I mean, you cannot do that on regular
No,
competitions.
and any handicap opens and
No.
night leagues and stuff like that. No, absolutely. We have some more people talking over here. Bruce Hall also. Bowlers used to soak the balls in MEK, which is similar to paint thinner. It was so dangerous that when they would drive from stop to stop, they would strap the bucket of MEK on the roof of the car. Wow.
Correct. I heard that also. Yeah.
Okay, thank you everybody who's so active on the chat with us.
And
It's contributing with knowledge and ideas, and it's always more fun when we can interact. And the more we are over here, I mean, it's only two of us with a microphone, but we are happy to give you voice to all of you. So just keep on talking and keep on chatting, keep on asking. And one final time, I'm going to remind, if any of you has not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so we can carry on doing everything absolutely 100% for free as it is now. And thank you very much, obviously, for watching, for listening, for being so patient with, especially myself, that I can. You put me underwater and I keep talking, so. But I promise to tell some other joke a little bit later on to make the streaming kind of funny. You really enjoyed that one. It was a funny one, yeah.
So you can ponder on what will happen on the marriage when they have been married 100 years.
She's probably gonna send it to the moon. I'm gonna buy you a ticket to Mars with Elon Musk.
One-way ticket.
It was a song. It was like that. The one-way ticket to the moon. I guess if he wrote it down to before an anniversary.
Joachim Karlsson, we have him where?
Joachim. Was he moving right or left? Yeah, over here in 15 and 16.
There.
Spare and 3 in a row. Yes. Let's have a look at the scores now that they are refreshed. We have 10 bowlers above par. Number 1, Joachim Karlsson, 1131. Number 2, Thomas Larsen, 1108. Andrew Hall on the third place with 92 over. Sandro Brandt, who just shot 267 from Germany, is now sitting with 81 over. Richard Tees is fighting his way. He hasn't had any low game. 193, 199, 247 to 2192 with 51 over. Then we find Paul Purps with 45 over. Lukas Jelinek from the Czech Republic, 36 over. Adam Andersson from Sweden, 22 over. Chase from United States is 20 over. And Elisa still fighting. She somehow manages to not drop too much. She's sitting with 7 over par. She needs a little bit more than 220 to. If she makes the 20, it's going to be 3 girls tied to 27 over. So she needs a little bit higher than that. And the people who is on the top, like Thomas Larsen on 19 and 20, front 4, Andrew Hall on 17 and 18, bowling quite deep inside. He missed a little bit, perhaps that's why I saw it that deep inside. But happy is just a 6-pin, easy pin to
He's
spare.
100 over now, and Thomas Larsen is doing very, very fine. He has
Yeah,
started
almost
with
got
a
the
four
5. Yeah.
double, 4 bagger, and leaving the 9 pin. So he will be not far from reaching the 1400.
Yeah. Well,
We'll see.
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
He had
No, no, no.
108. It was
Yeah,
Joachim
right.
who was a little bit higher. But look at that. The German guy, Sandro, he just shot 267.
Yeah.
He's already with the front 5 on
Yes.
lanes 11 and 12.
Yeah. So
He's on fire. He
He's
found
on fire,
something that
yeah.
is really working. It's really working good for him. He actually had a low game. It was on fresh. He shot 170 on game number 1. After that, it's 221, 226, 197, 267, and now front 5. So definitely he has found something that is working good for him. Joachim Karlsson also in 15 and 16, spare and 4 in a row. Maybe we see some people making it into a little bit. Maybe, Robert, I'm going to be right, and it's going to be 1350 after all. Things are getting easier. Things are getting better. Bowlers are understanding what to do. I saw Christian Jonas left the room for a little while. Maybe he went up there and give some tips
But
to the people.
1350 seems a little bit too much, because it's probably only one player in this squad that will make such a high score as 1350.
1350. Maybe we have to if Thomas Larsen does another streak of 4.
Yeah.
And Joachim
Andrew
remains
Hall.
at his
Andrew
spade.
Hall. No, he didn't get it.
Now we have Elisa on lane 9-10, strike 9 spare, 9 spare. She's also with 7 over par. She needs a game of 220 or 230, preferably 230 if she wants to take the lead. And yeah, we have seen shots like that a few times this week. You make a miss of a little bit more than you expect either of the sides, and the ball's going to go directly to the corner. It's not going to help you. Now Elisa's bowling on lane 9. She moved, definitely she moved deeper than what she was doing a couple of games ago. She was somewhere around 10, 11, 12. And now she's already around 17, 18 in the arrows. But I guess that's a lot of traffic on that spot. It's too many balls have been thrown through that area.
Yeah.
So it's not an easy moment. Thomas Larsen strike again on the 6th frame.
Yeah. Sandro Brandt left the 10 pin in the 6th frame after beginning with a 5-bagger.
Yeah, we definitely see some striking, but some of the people who is striking now, they have quite a low score. We have the partner in lanes of Sandro is Paul Cornell, split and 4 in a row, but he's quite low in the scoring. Is actually 100 below par. Santu Tabainen in 3 and 4. He made a 4-bagger 9 spare strike, but he's also a little bit lost on the squad with 52 below par. So far it looks like Joachim Karlsson is going to remain on the lead for for this squad. He's looking pretty solid with the spare and 5 in a row.
Can be 1400.
Kanske, maybe.
I
Will he
never
manage?
to say it in even one more language.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
He got another very
Oh yeah.
super
the
nice
boy
strike.
Can play.
That's a 6 in a row.
And you didn't jinx it, Louis.
Yeah, that's good. I'm getting better on talking without corrupting the result. But now that you said that he's the son of Åsa Larsen, I mean, he's got the talent on his DNA.
Then it is piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
Yes.
It runs on your DNA. It's you shouldn't be surprised. Another good strike for Andrew Hall.
Yeah, a very needed one also, so he can. Andrew needs
92 over, so 230 at least to be 1320. And hoping that I wasn't right on my predictions, because otherwise that 1320 won't make it.
Jesper has moved in quite a bit to the right now and playing reactive.
We have a funny comment down here. It says Kevin McCune blast pins. I'm not sure I'd ever want to bowl next to Kevin and Osku. I would jump every shot. And then Joe Bowler replies, imagine Kevin McCune's ball speed with Robert Smith rev rate.
Yeah. Robert Smith, yeah.
That sounds like Joachim Paulson.
I was going to say, Joachim has both the speed and the reps. But as I said before, when you look at Joachim's arm, it looks like my leg.
Yeah.
It's really strong,
really powerful.
Big muscles.
Yeah.
Big muscles.
A little bit interesting here if we look into the future with Jesper here. Seems like he has found something here.
I was gonna say, it looks like did he found something, or you think it could have something to do with whatever he did on that particular pair during the warm-up?
I don't think so. He could be. I cannot answer that, but I think he
found
something. He's trying everything he has in his
arsenal,
book.
trick books and all the tools.
Joachim,
looking for another one. Oh, solid 9, solid 9. Let me tell you though, when I see a solid 9 in this stage, it for me it would be good news, because it means the ball has the power to carry on at the back of the lane. The ball is definitely not losing energy too early.
But if Jesper plays reactive, I would be very surprised if he hasn't energy left in the ball with a reactive ball.
We'll see pretty soon what Jesper is doing. You think he had moved a little bit deeper, or maybe
he's quite deep now.
Quite deeper,
yeah.
I haven't really looked. It was too many screens to try to follow.
Yeah.
And but I'm gonna pay attention now when he makes his shot.
Here we have another very talented bowler, Peppi Konsteri.
Peppi Konsteri, yes, daughter of Sami. Very fun guy, Sami Konsteri.
Yeah.
Great bowler as well.
Great bowler, yes.
And great coach, I guess, is doing a lot of work with Team Finland, right?
Yeah. Let's see
Jesper, yeah. Now he's, it's quite to the right for what I'm used to see him. Oh yeah, that's pretty deep. And that's not the IQ 78. That definitely wasn't urethane.
Oh, was it urethane?
No.
No, we have already decided that he has changed to a reactive
into a
ball,
reactive, yes. Okay, let's see Joachim again on lane 15.
He is
He's quite
quite
deep, yeah.
deep. That's
That's
powerful shot.
yes, yes. Very powerful, very consistent.
And
It looks amazing, yes.
but where have is Sandro Brandt? Where is he? There.
Sandro's got front five,
Yeah,
spare,
yeah.
and strike again on the 8th frame. He could make 260 something.
We can keep the scoreboard this way just until he has shot his ninth frame
Hmm.
to see if he can make that one too. Here he is on lane 11, Sandro Brandt. You need one more, and you get it.
And he got it, yes. Very important for him. He's got 81 over after 5, so now it's a 5-bagger and a double. That's 40 something. That's already 120
Something.
over. One more strike on the 10th. That will be already 130 something
Yep.
over. If Robert was right, that would secure a spot for Sandro in the final. And another strike for Thomas Larsen as well.
Wow.
Doing really good on lane
Yeah.
19 and 20. And that is one thing that you want to do. Excuse me. On lane 20, he had not a good shot. He had the Brooklyn, but he makes sure to give a good use to that Brooklyn by making a very good shot on the next one.
Simply he decided to make a good shot and a strike. That's so it's so easy if you only have the decision, isn't it? So
Is on a scoring pace of 279 if he strikes out, and he had 108 over, so that would put him with 187 over. That's really, really high. Not the leader. We have Ethan Fury. Actually, Ethan Fury would be the leader and the number 2 in the tournament because he got the 2 highest scores so far.
that's
179 over it was yesterday, 193 over it was earlier this morning. Yeah, now we go with Joachim. Oi. Now we have a new jinxer professional in the room. It wasn't me this time. But still, it's a very, very good squad for him. It's going to be 20 pins short to the 1400, so that for sure is going to give him a spot in the final.
Didn't get
And
one
Thomas
more.
carries on
Thomas
with his working pace. Okay, good enough for Joachim, taking the spare. We have a little bit of slower bowling on 13 and 14. They are actually 4 frames to go, while some bowlers are already on the 10th frame. Wonder if they had some issue with some balls stuck in the bag, or maybe they had to find a solution. They took a little bit of extra time to think about it. But the 3 top bowlers at the moment, actually the 4 top bowlers with fairly good chances to make high enough to make it into the final. So it's Joachim Karlsson, Thomas Larsen, Andrew Hall, and Sandro Brandt. Thomas Larsen is going to make it for sure. He was with 108 over, and he's already on a 250 something pace. And then we have Joachim Karlsson, who just finished with 1380.
Yeah.
That's going to be for sure a secure spot in the final. It could actually be good enough to be directly into step 2.
I should say yes to that.
He has a big chance on that.
Yeah.
Yes. And then Andrew Hall, who is bowling with Jasper all day long, is only on a double, so it's 8 over par with 2 frames to go. If he strikes out, that would be 228. And 228, that would put him on exactly 1320. 1320 exact. And that could be tight.
Very, very
That could
tight.
be very tight.
But probably no, we're not gonna say too much here, but my guess is that that will be enough.
That will be enough. Yeah.
Yeah. But has it been any squad with four players over 1300 so far? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I
I
don't think
think
so.
the best squad we had so far it was 3 bowlers with 1300. But if that scoring pace keeps growing the way it's growing the last day and a half, maybe it's coming to my numbers at the end of the
Yes,
weekend.
who knows? Who knows? Anything can happen
You
here.
know, I have the crystal ball up here to see the future and try to guess.
Yeah.
Now, jokes away, let's see what Thomas Larsen manages to do on the 10th frame. He's trying to get the 279. And let's see what he does.
Couldn't be any better than
Happy
that.
to see there is one good Larsen still there.
And that was none of us who said that. So it
And
was him,
no,
the
he said it himself.
master himself.
And that is a little bit what we just saw with Pepe on lane 20. They have the rev rate, they have the skills to move that deep on the lane, but they miss a little bit up speed perhaps to be able
Let's
to.
see here now. He needs one more for 1400. Isn't that correct?
No, 1387 would be the.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he missed a little bit in. Missed a little bit in. But a very solid score, 1376, which is going to be.
Yeah. He was one away. Yeah, correct.
It's just going to be 4 pins short to Joachim Carlson. Joachim had 1380. Thomas Larsen is going to have 1376. And now we have to see what Andrew Hall can manage to do on the 10 frame. And Sandro, we have forgotten where Sandro. Sandro shot 246, so he ended up with 1327. That's quite a good score. Will it be enough? We will have to wait and see. At the moment, it looks like it should be enough. But as I said before, we are pretty much in the middle of the tournament. We still have plenty of squads. 2 more squads today, 4 more on Friday, and 4 more on Saturday. That's 10 squads, 20 bowlers. That's 200 series to go. Yeah, excuse me, 40 bowlers. That's 400. Thank you, buddy. It's 20 lanes, but 2 bowlers per lane. That's 40 bowlers on each squad. 10 squads to go. That's 400 attempts.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of attempts to go and a lot of talent on the lanes.
Yeah. And I think also if I dare to say so, that the quality of the field will be higher and higher.
Just getting better.
Yes.
Okay, 10th frame for Andrew Hall. He definitely needs to strike out if he wants to make the score at least close to possible to the final.
Oh,
very nice on the 10th.
Great strike.
Very good. Needs 2 more. If he gets 2 more, he's going to be on 1320, 120 over. Totil.
No,
2 more.
2 more. I think this one here is.
That's the important one.
That is
especially
very
yes.
important.
That was superb.
Wow.
Yeah, that was even better.
That was clutch.
Big shot by Andrew Hall now on frame number 11. But
So
now, I must say, even this one is going to be important
yes,
because on the
yeah,
1320s,
yeah.
every
Well,
single pin it can drop you 2 or 3 places up
oh
or
yeah,
down.
yeah. I mean, the strike or if he leaves two pins can be the difference.
Now let's see how he does, and then I'm going to ask Daniel something. Missed a little bit
Come,
out.
come, come.
That
Yeah,
was pretty good. Send it a little
that's
bit further out.
really cool.
For a moment, I thought maybe it could be a weak 10, but it looked very good. So 1320 for Andrew Holt. Since Daniel is here, Daniel, I'm going to ask you because probably someone is going to end up asking a little bit later on. Just a minute, Magnus. I'll say goodbye to you in
Yeah,
a
yeah,
second.
but take the
Ah,
mic.
yeah, so you can get the mic. Daniel, in case of tie, if two bowlers have the same score, let's say we have another bowler with 1320 in the qualifying round, how would you solve that?
We saw that by counting the highest last game,
Highest last game.
and if still a tie, fifth game, and so forth.
Okay, so in this case, for example, for Andrew Hall, it's not a super high game. He shot to 28. So, I mean,
But that
it's
is
a good
still a
game, but
high game
it's
because
still a
over
high
the
game.
average of
Uh, it's
1320.
beyond the average of 220.
Yeah,
Yes, it's 8 pins again. But I mean, if understanding, if someone makes 1320 but has a 240 on the last game, then
he
he
passes.
would pass
Yeah.
in the. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate. Okay, it's a few frames to go for Carl Eklund and some other bowlers on 13 and 14, but we're going to stop the commenting until the next squad. Let me please say thank you so much, Taxiete Miket Magnus. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much. It was a true honor and a true pleasure to spend some time together with you doing this streaming online, and we'll be seeing each other around the alley. It's going to be a very fun week.
For sure, and thank you very much for asking me. I had a good time here together with my old friend Luis. So it was really fun for
It
me
was very
also.
fun.
Yeah,
We will carry on. And also, let me thank everybody who's on the chat and has been talking and supporting and helping us solve some of the doubts and memories that we couldn't find out. We will be back at 5 o'clock when third squad of the day goes on. I will be back for sure, and I'll try to find some other people. I'm going to kidnap some other people into the room. I'm not going to kidnap Magnus again, otherwise he's not going to be remaining my friend as he is at the moment. Man, taxi at the make it. Thank you. It's been a pleasure, and I hope I see you soon, buddy.
muchas gracias.
Un abrazo. Goodbye. See you later, everybody.
That was some impressive bowling right there.